Right, hello there guys, welcome back to a new video. We're back on the car reviews, which is brilliant. And the first one up is a nice, tidy, clean looking BMW 120D?
Yeah, 120D
Yeah,
M Sport.
120D M Sport, there we go. So, the owner's over here.
You're right.
His name's called Freddie.
Nice to meet you anyway.
So, yeah, nice to meet you too. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spin you around, walk around the car quickly. Freddie's going to go over what he's done with it, and then we'll go out for a drive. If I'm lucky enough, I might drive it, and then that'll be pretty much it. So yeah. So here it is, the nice, tidy looking 120D. So it's all visual mods you've done so far, isn't it?
Visual, because the problem is with these engines, it's the infamous M47 engine, so time and chain lights to snap on them. It's kind of when BMW's engines, diesel-wise, kind of took a dip.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but it is visual, and that's what I've done at the moment. Power's there for a stock one.
What is it running brake horsepower wise and torque wise?
Standard wise, these are 177 brake horsepower from factory. Powerfulest 2 litre diesels they do in the M Sport, obviously. 350 foot-pound of torque. Suspension wise, it's the M Sport, so it's lower from factory, as you can tell. Uprated shocks from factory, but that's about it. Other than that, like I said, visual mods, and yeah, it's a good look daily.
Right, so let's take a look around and see what you've actually done to it to make it look as beautiful as it does then. So go on, off you go.
Right, so on the front, as you can see, we've got Michelin Pilot Sport 4s with 18-inch Japan Racing JR11s. I think they are, don't quote me on it, it is all 18s, and the width is 8.5J all round. So we've gone from a staggered setup, which is your traditional BMW setup for rear-wheel drive, to 18-inch 8.5J all round. And to be honest with you, them tyres don't need praising. Loads of people on the big power BMW owners forum rave about these tyres. I mean, I've took them out in the wet, gone through a massive puddle at like 70 mile an hour, didn't lock up, just hit it with no problem.
Cool.
But yeah, after that we've got, as you can see from the side, Maxton Design carbon look side skirt extensions, which I bought them because I wasn't really seeing any other M Sport with them on at the time. And yeah, obviously the spoiler, which is a Pro Drive spoiler, obviously it's £70 one. They don't come with them, which is a little bit annoying from factory. I wish they did, but you know, it's not bad for a little upgrade. Just something like that. Shorter aerial, carbon look, light smoked rear lights. Yeah, little D badge. Well, not D badge, a different colour badge with a black carbon and white carbon. Yeah, it's a little bit grungy, but I will probably replace it. And normally round that surrounding, which is the gloss black, is like a chrome, but literally that just stuck on. And yeah, standard exhaust, parking sensors are standard for the M Sport. And as we see, a Maxton Design carbon look rear diffuser, which, to be honest, again, you don't really see a lot of them running them. I've seen a couple that do run them. I thought, no, I'm going to go for a nice gunmetal grey and carbon look to wrap it round.
Just keeps it clean, doesn't it?
Yep.
And especially because it's a daily as well, you don't want to be like too in your face. So nice subtle looks, and it really does make a difference.
Obviously rear windows have been tinted, so limo tint on the rears, which again adds to the aesthetics. When I bought the car, it had the Team Henko wind deflectors on as standard when I bought it, so that was a touch. Yeah, E92M style mirror caps. They weren't too bad, to be fair. 50,
I quite like them.
50 quid. They do them for these facelifts and pre-facelifts.
Are they different mirrors then, facelift and pre-face?
Yeah.
Is
Believe it or not, this is a weird thing. On these, they're a pre-facelift mirror, but it's a facelift.
Right.
It is classed, because it's an 07,
Yeah.
it was manufactured in July. This is a facelift, but for the M Sports, these ones, before they'd done the whole change, they're pre-facelift. I had to look at them, I had to do a little bit of research, because I thought, oh no, something ain't right. But yeah, they're pre-facelift, but everything else is facelift.
So this is an LCI model, which...
Yeah.
LCI, I don't know what it stands for, but it's basically like...
It's facelift.
Yeah, it's facelift.
LCI is facelift, and there's a certain other phrase for free.
Yeah.
Yeah, this car's kind of a weird one in the way of it's got pre-facelift mirrors.
But facelift everything else.
Everything else is facelift, because it's just coming into the facelift.
Yeah.
But yeah, upgraded Angel Wise to the Xenon upgrades. Went over to Essex for them, and it wasn't too bad, to be fair. Yeah, and again, SSD Motorsport chin spats. I could have gone with Maxton design, but I thought kind of pay homage to E46 CS cells.
Yeah.
They have the nice little chin spats built into the bumper.
Yeah.
They supply them. It's that M style, which is the place who've done my lights. Genuine carbon fibre kidney grills, the only ones they make for this bumper.
Right.
If you had any other, like an SE or a standard 120D, you can get obviously your double slated glass and everything like that, but these were made to fit this bumper.
That's cool.
But yeah, the whole, as you can see, with the sun strip, everything like that, it's carbon all round with a nice gunmetal grey.
Yeah.
Like,
Just keeps it really clean, really subtle, really sort of not exactly basic. It's basic but complex, isn't it?
Yeah,
So it's almost like,
I'd say I've gone for OEM plus, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
try
definitely.
And make it that's kind of how I do it with my cars. I kind of take it from factory and think, okay, yeah, what if they done it this way or that way, or
Yeah.
Stuff like that. And obviously, as you've seen, the sequentials.
oh, what are these strip LED indicators?
Yeah, they are. Keys out. Yeah, I've got my key. So obviously, oh, and I've got a little bit of coded stuff in this. So
I didn't catch that.
you want me to
Good.
try it again?
Go on. That's sick.
But it just matches, again, an eBay job, 16 quid, plug and play, job done.
Yeah.
Obviously, as you saw with previous shots, or in the shots of the video when it goes out, little gloss black M's. I got the idea from someone who I know in the car scene, obviously, Connor Lancaster, who's now got an M40 F body, or like the F series. This is the E series. Yeah, I got the idea from him. He had white ones, so I thought, oh, I'm going to take that little idea. So if he ever comes after me, yeah, I did take your idea, but it works.
It works, and it looks really clean.
Yeah, it's just one of them clean looks.
So is there anything interior-wise that you've done?
Aha, this is where we get a little bit juicy and such.
Go on then.
As you see, all the trim that's normally
Shut up!
as you can see, all the trim that's here is normally like an aluminium. It's like aluminium effect, or it is like real aluminium. It's been all done on the door cards, like door handles. That trim's been wrapped in carbon fibre. That's Chevy Graphics, local to me. That done that. Even on the rear seats, the rear doors have been done as well to match.
Looks so clean, doesn't it?
And if you've noticed, probably the camera did pick it up.
Go on.
Centre console's all been done, and the actual little trim on the gear knob's been done as well.
What little trim?
There's normally a little trim, see the little carbon down there?
Oh right, oh yeah.
That's normally like silver.
Yeah.
I had that done to match everything as well.
Yeah, so we are referring to literally the tiniest little bit of detail there.
Yeah, it's just one of them things, everything was like silver, and I thought, nah, I don't want that, I want carbon, or like the carbon look anyway.
Yeah. So
Upgraded system there, as you can see. That's not factory.
is that the Apple or Android CarPlay?
It's both. Got both built in. It's a Chinese unit, so fair plays, it is lasting very well.
Yeah.
But it's spec'd out to how I want it. DAB, USB, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, little mic for it, Bluetooth, and the best thing is it plugs into the existing radio.
That's pretty sick.
Plug and play.
Bloody hell.
And all I had to do is, that one came with like a glove box where that sits.
Yeah.
Literally all I had to do, take it out, Dremel tool it a little bit more, right in, plug and play, job done.
Yeah. Again, another little subtle mod.
Yeah.
So
Even on like the BMW, like it's a little bit raunchy at the moment. The steering wheel, it's got the little black bits where it's normally blue, just to match.
yeah.
But it's nice little things.
Yeah.
It's subtle. Again, it's a daily at the moment, so.
So have you got any like bigger plans to do anything big to it, or?
No, unfortunately, this is it for now. I've done what I can. If these engines were a little bit stronger, and I could get a bit more power for like less money, because I'll be honest with you, it's stupid money. We're talking over 5 just to get it to 250, and it's like a lot of money.
Yeah.
So the idea is keep this for now. I've got some funds saved up at the moment. Move on to something else, something a bit bigger, a bit more powerful.
Yeah.
That's just how it is. Bearing in mind, this is what, my 3rd motor.
Yeah.
Because I remember meeting you when I had the
Blue
Astra.
Astra.
Yeah.
That was a nice one. That was, what was it? A 2.2 turbo.
No,
It wasn't.
2.2 NA.
Oh right, and it was the Bertoni, wasn't
Yeah,
it? The Bertoni coupe.
convertible.
Oh,
They've done-
convertible.
Yeah, they've done both, but they're the same car underneath.
Yeah.
Handled like fuck, that one.
That was quite nice.
Yeah.
I really wish I had that on the channel, to be fair, because it's really nice.
You never know, you could get him on there. I mean, if he watches or if you get in contact, that would be a good one, especially for this time of year. Now, summertime, it's perfect. Yeah.
Right, so with that being said, let's jump in, take it for a quick drive, see how it drives, see how it handles, and you can talk me through sort of a little what you enjoy, what you don't enjoy about driving the car. So I'm going to go and grab my suction mount, which is on the curb over there, and we'll jump in. I was just getting in and setting up the camera. This is really weird because this is the first review I've done where I've actually got a suction mount and I can use both my hands to sort of explain things. Really weird. So anyway, we was just saying about actually starting the car. It comes with the push button start, which is quite handy.
Yeah.
And what was it you were saying about it?
Oh, roughly, it's to be fair, it's not just based on this E82. It's mostly on the E series as such. So it could be like your 5, your 3. Like, you know, anything of that, even maybe the X5s, don't quote me on it, but off the time, if it's the E chassis, these little keys like this, obviously, it's like, as you drive, it charges and everything like that, but on some motors, if it's spec'd, I think it's mostly M Sports or the higher specs, you've got something called comfort controls, which is the thing of, obviously, if I lock it, all the windows go up, if I unlock it, they will come down, you know, standard stuff, obviously, stuff you'd have on your Audi as well.
Yeah.
But the best thing is, if you want to do like a cold start in the morning, or if it's winter, obviously you fire it up if you want to, or if you've like come out and you think, oh, I don't really want to put the key in, leave it for like a couple seconds, take it out, 2 seconds later, put your foot on the clutch, button without the key in, and literally you can rest the key on there and it will fire up.
Yeah.
And if you want to put the key in whilst driving, all you do is just slot it back in.
Yeah.
But again, it's a factory thing. I'm not 100% sure if it's on every one of them, but it's one of them things.
Yeah.
It's handy if you think, oh, I just want to be a lazy, like, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. How do you feel in the interior as well? Feels like everything's just round you, ain't it? Everything's in reach and everything like that.
So obviously, I'm not actually in the driver's seat at the moment. Obviously, Freddie's in there. But looking at it from here, everything is actually angled towards you. Even the centre console is sloped towards you. And so it's like very driver focused in a way. Over in front of me, I've literally got the bare minimal. I've got the glove box and a window switch. That's it. You know, there's no like extended like audio controls or climate controls or anything like that, apart from obviously the vents. But yeah, it's quite a clean, tidy, basic but functional interior, which is it's quite nice, especially on a daily as well. Obviously,
long journeys, it's lovely.
Yeah, with like, you know, your more modern cars, you've got 700,000 gadgets across your dash. With this, it's so basic, but so functional and so usable that yeah, it's quite a nice place to be. What does that DTC button do? Is that
That's your traction, dynamic traction control.
Aha, I thought so. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Does that ever go off?
If you give it a little bit, but to be fair, with Michelin Pilot Sports, they do grip.
Yeah. Do you ever have it off though?
Well, the thing is, it's weird with the DTC. Well, I found it. You can map it out completely, so you ain't got no traction, but it's kind of a thing of it's still there if it ever needs to kick in. So if you're on a wet road and like you chuck it around the corner, it don't cut the power as such. It just like you feel it judder a little bit. Yeah. But then it grits back up. But I can put that. You put it on, and obviously, I don't know. To me, in the beginning, it might have just been because I had like mid-spec tyres, like mid-budget. It felt a little bit harder to steer. Like the steering got a little bit tighter. But with this Pilots, it don't really matter. Yeah. But even without that, like if you whack that on, that will go on. But it's off, but it's not off, if that makes sense.
Not
like,
fully off, sort of thing.
No, it's there if it needs to save your ass. If like, you know, because again, these being rear-wheel drive, and that's the thing. Most people, well, if you got one, you know. But most people still think, oh, because it's a hot, like a diesel hatchback or like a normal hatchback, they think like, oh, it's front-wheel drive. And then you say rear, and they're like, oh.
It's because a lot of this size car, like, you know, you look at like your Vauxhall Astras and stuff, which this is comparable to. All of them are front wheel drive, unless you go to Audi and they've got obviously the Quattro system, which
for
obviously it's four. Yeah. But other than that, any sort of bog standard sort of hatchback is front wheel drive, whereas this is rear wheel drive, and it's a shorter wheelbase than like your 3 Series or your 5 Series and all that, which means that it must be fun round corners.
Yeah, you can chuck it, but again, like I said, with this, it's with the tyre setup because it's not staggered. See, if you kept it staggered, then yeah, you could have fun.
Yeah.
You can have a little bit of fun with it, but it is what it is. I mean, I've gone round a roundabout with someone in the thing, dumped it in first, didn't clutch kick it, just like booted it and shifted it as quick as I could and then back, and it did get the arse out a little bit, but traction like kind of was there to just in case you needed it. So.
Yeah. Yeah. Right, so with that being said, let's hit the road and let's see how this thing drives.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should be alright for wind sound. Yeah,
Yeah.
So we're on the road. He was just talking me through his little like Android like CarPlay unit thing, and yeah, it's actually pretty decent. It almost looks like it's supposed to be there, which is really odd.
Well, it's funny because most of these cars, the automatics came with them, but it's like over. Oh, there's a nice Golf. But yeah, no, it was.
Flipping hell, it does have a bit of pull on it, doesn't it?
Once she gets going, that's it.
Yeah.
It's literally the turbo kicks in about 1,900 RPM, but
Yeah.
I round it to 2,000. As you can tell, look, I'm in fourth and it's still.
It's pulling really, really hard.
That's. Yeah, but no, it's one of them things to be fair.
Yeah.
It's, I'll be honest with you, I compare it to. What do I compare it to? The Skoda Fabia VRS.
Oh, the brakes work. Almost gets the windscreen there.
Standard brakes. But
Really?
Yeah.
That's good for standard brakes.
That wasn't me proper slamming on at all. That was just a light, gentle.
Yeah.
See, again, the plan would have been. Where are we going? Over this way, yeah?
That's up to you, wherever you want to go.
I'll take you around here and then I'll come back to where we normally park up, yeah?
Yeah.
Bit of motorway,
Yeah.
249.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's standard. And this is the thing, I've had a couple people drive this, but it's always a thing of, oh, it's a BMW, it's a 1, it ain't powerful, it ain't an M. Alright, yeah, it ain't an M, but it's the M Sport.
Yeah.
It's like the Fabia VRS's, if that makes sense. It's a diesel, but it's got the power, and you know, it's not your standard. I mean, I've had it out with the standard 120D, and I've just left him in like 5th gear, because again, this is a 6-speed manual,
Yeah.
which people don't realise as well.
I'm guessing the 6-speed manual is exclusive to the M Sports and the obviously M Series. Am I right in saying that?
You can get some SEs with them. I think it's just like one
Spec
of them,
options.
I think it's of the year, to be fair.
All right.
Because I think the faceless came with a 6-speed. I mean, don't quote me on like that. I could be wrong. There's going to be some people in the things anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I've got a pre-facelift. It's 6-speed.
Yeah.
It is what it is. You know what I mean?
Because if I'm right in saying as well, because I've researched these cars, because I was going to get one before I got obviously the new girlfriend and a kid. I was going to get one, and I was looking into them, and I was asking a few of my friends and stuff like that, because another one of my friends that I know has one of these. He has one on an 08 plate.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was asking him, and he was like, oh, if you're going to do it, go for a facelift, because the pre-facelift has the N47 and the facelift has the M47.
Oh, that's news to me. I always thought these were N's in these.
No, I know it works like that, because it's the same with the 3 Series, same with the 5 Series,
as long
everything
as
like
it's
that.
that 2 litre, they're going to be that engine.
Because yeah, they're both 2 litre engines, the N and the M. Bloody hell, this thing pulls, it's so nice. But
take it around this, alright?
yeah. But yeah, so they're both the 2 litre diesel, but I'm pretty sure, I think the facelift, you might want to do your window up here.
Yeah. It's going to say the fucking noise.
Yeah.
Noise, yeah, sorry.
But I'm pretty sure the facelift has the N47 and the pre-facelift has the M. The pre-facelift has all the issues with it, high pressure fuel pump issues, everything like that. Whereas the only issue that comes on the N47
See how that grips
is,
in fourth?
yeah,
Sorry
that's,
to interrupt you.
that's bloody good, that.
See, down to Michelin's, mate.
Yeah, but the N47, the only major issue that has, from what I know,
Yeah.
is, like you said, the timing chain.
Yeah.
But, because I've spoke to people and they're like, if you're going to get one, make sure the timing chain's been done. I spoke
Yeah.
to my mate who's got one and had one for quite a while,
Yeah.
and he said even if the timing chain's just been done, it is known that they can still
That's
go.
the thing. I don't know if you've watched them, but Dark Side Development's obviously big for doing the Vibe cars, like diesel Vibe cars and everything like that. They
Yeah.
had one. They had a 320 diesel estate, or like
Touring.
Touring, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, like the Touring. or the wagon as I call them anyway.
Yeah.
They took it on a dyno, it had 160, and that had the full service, it had the chain and everything like that. They done a pull, they literally put like a hybrid turbo on it, like bigger manifold, you know, stuff like that.
Just supporting mods for like a
And
stage 2 sort of thing.
Well, that was their prototype car. What it was going to be was, obviously, if they got good results, then they start selling the kit for like, they do the turbo and everything like that still, but
Yeah.
they didn't even have it running, tuned in. They had it on the base map, stock power, and literally on the dyno it gave up, it snapped.
Yeah.
And that's the problem with these cars. I feel like, to be fair, these cars, they're good motors for like a daily, but also if you want a little bit of performance, like cheap performance and everything like that.
Cheap thrill sort of car.
Yeah, it hugs well. I mean, they're a good platform. That was a 4,000 RP on that one. But yeah, no, I'm just happy with this.
Yeah.
To be fair, I was out yesterday, was it yesterday? Yeah. I was out yesterday and I was on the way back from Gidley, and there was a bloke with a 328i E36 coupe.
Yeah.
Now, he said to me, he looked in his rear mirror and this thing I must have been doing about like, what, one such and such, obviously in Mexico.
In Mexico, yeah. Mexican speeds.
Mexican speeds are like, you know, a bit lower. We could go Cuban speeds as well if you want. I've heard some rumours about that.
Yeah.
But no, about 150, and he said I came booming up on his arse.
Yeah.
So the power is there, and I think it's like everything. I'm averaging. Well, we're going to go on diesel figures now and everything like that. I'm averaging 43.
Is that after booting it or?
That's with booting it and driving it normally.
Yeah.
So it's not too bad.
See, I'm going to compare this to the Audi for a sec, because obviously, like I said, I was going to replace the Audi with one of these. And yeah, I'm going to compare it.
Yeah.
The Audi, I don't know exact figures, but all I'm going to tell you, it's shit on fuel. It is horrible on fuel. It's ridiculous. And like you said as well, you said that the turbo on this kicks in about 1900.
Yeah.
On my Audi, the turbo don't kick in till about 2200, and when it does, it kicks in hard. It chucks you back in your seat.
Well,
with this, the power's quite linear, I've found.
If you give it a good bit of booting, I just done it linear there, but what we'll do, like a little bit when you get to drive it, on that straight where like, I took it down.
The Mexican straight,
Yeah, the Mexican straight, or whatever you want to call it, Venezuela straight, or yeah. Yeah, I'll take you down there, but you can boot it and the thing gives it. Like it's the thing, there's two ways of driving. Well, I say two ways. There's multiple ways of driving it. You can cruise as we're doing at the moment on the A249 in Cuba.
In Cuba.
Or, you know, if you want, that's the thing. If you want like a car where you just want to cruise, it's cheap diesel. Like, you know, I think it's like what, 60 quid on normal diesel, about 80 quid, maybe 70 quid on the premium, like V-Power or a BP Ultimate diesel.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I only run Ultimate in it because I'm going off of like your typical BMWs. Like 630s are always made to run for more V-Power, more premium gear.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, well, again, it's a BMW, so I might as well put it on the max, like, you know, have it on some nice diesel.
Yeah. You say about you know, coding stuff to the car and all that.
Yeah.
So you've coded the indicators to work. I've noticed that. That's what that ticking sound. Don't worry, the car wasn't braking. He's coded the indicators to work.
That ticking noise?
Yeah.
That's standard.
Is it?
Yeah, that's that
what,
little
for the M Sport?
Yeah.
I never. Yeah, I never bloody see it.
What, that noise?
Yeah, no. BMW drivers don't do that. Same with Audi drivers. They don't.
Oh,
do
there's
that.
a difference. I haven't been born a BMW driver.
Oh, so it wasn't. I thought it was coded because, you know, no bastard uses them.
Oh, I see what you're trying to do there. You're trying to make a fast one there. Yeah. I know. But yeah, no, it's a nice car. Again, if you want to cruise, I mean, it's a 5-door, so it's ideal for like a family hatch.
And these do come as 3 doors as well.
You got 3 doors, which are the E82s. These are the E87s, obviously, and then you got E81. Sorry, 82 is the coupe. I don't know. I think it's 84. It's always a 4 or something like that for the convertibles, but you can get the convertibles in this spec as well, and sport spec. 1 litre diesels, your 120i's, Obviously, a little bit further up is your 135i.
And your 145i if you're going F series.
If we're going into the F series, but for the E series, it's just one of them ones that you see about, if that makes sense. Like, it's one of them ones. But yeah, if the timing chain was a little bit more
reliable.
Well, yeah, if it, again, this is where BMW, I don't know, I could be wrong, but in my opinion, I feel like these cars, there was a massive to do with these cars, especially this engine.
Yeah.
To the point where BMW was doing like the 4 years like safety recall. After the 3rd year, gone.
Yeah.
And if you didn't have a warranty, ooh, mate, 4 grand.
Ouch.
4 grand for a timing chain. And where do you think the timing chain is?
Ain't they like on the back of the engine or something?
Just there.
Yeah.
Literally, we're in front of the timing chain. It's either an engine, BMW will do the thing of, oh, engine out job.
Yeah.
But the cheap alternative to do it is jack it up, gearbox off, and then you can get to it yourself with the engine still in the car. But yeah, it was £4,000 and people were complaining. That's why, that's the whole idea with these cars, with these engines. It's a thing of, you hear it all over the thing. Timing chain's got to be done if you're looking for one. If you want to map one, don't matter if it's had a, like, you know, make sure it's done, like a timing chain, but mapping wise, they're okay, but I wouldn't risk it. It's like playing with fire.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's going to detonate one way or the other, and then it's going to smash it. This is the thing, people think, oh, it's not too bad. Smashes the valves and the pistons, it smashes the engine once it goes.
Yeah.
And then it's a £2 grand, it's a £2 grand job for a replacement engine.
Yeah.
Because it's £2 grand to take it out, obviously, and that's for a new engine. So.
Yeah.
But no.
So basically, I think this applies more to cam belt motors, but there's 2 different types of engines. You've got interference and non-interference.
Yeah.
I think non-interference is what this engine is. It basically detonates everything, whereas an interference, it might be the other way around. I'm not too sure, but you know, the other one is where if the timing chain, belt, whatever snaps, it don't actually do anything. It just makes like the pulley spin, but nothing else.
Yeah.
So this obviously that don't happen. So as he says, it sends old Rodney through the bonnet.
Oh,
but,
you could. I mean, again, going back to Dark Side Development, they had another one, and they redlined it to about 11,000, so it went way over the clock.
Yeah.
That shot a rod.
Bloody hell.
On track. So they've gone around, they ain't even done a full lap. They've come around to the straight, booted it, and the bloke, you can hear him on the radio, give it a bit of redline. And yeah, you don't see it on the camera, but you don't, like, in the cockpit view, but it's only, I think, after they take it back to the thing, they've noticed, they've took the engine apart and there's no piston. Piston's fucking shot out.
Bloody hell.
But this is the thing, it's because they've pushed that engine to its limit. Fair plays they're doing it because I probably bought it cheap, fair enough. Like, cheap track thing, oh, it don't matter if it goes bang.
Yeah.
But you imagine it from, like, say, a consumer point of view.
Our point of view. At the end of the day, that's a business plan, isn't it? That's why they've done it. But from our point of view, where we want a fun car.
If you got a car like a daily or something like that, again, this is the thing what people are saying on the owners forum. They're lovely cars, but that is the only thing that's the downside. It's the engine.
Yeah.
You're getting all, obviously, the interior and like the power and everything like that for the diesel. Again, it's the most powerfulest one they've done. The M Sport trim throughout the 1, the 3 and the 5, diesel wise, it's the most powerfulest one. Like, it's 177 brake, which ain't too bad for like a 4-pot, like, you know, like a 4-cylinder diesel.
Yeah.
But I don't know, if it'd been like, if they took their time and like development of like oh shit, what is it, like VW and Vibe cars, where it was the PD.
Yeah.
Again, you can't kill a PD as such.
Yeah.
You can to a point, but you got to really, really abuse it to get it to that point.
Yeah.
But if they had done it like that, like, I think there'd be more. There are loads of these on the road, don't get me wrong, but I think these would be a little bit more talked about.
And common.
Because, well, I've seen a couple, but
because again, I mean, you mainly see like the petrols around.
Yeah.
But with the diesels, you don't see so much of them. I mean, like I said, I tried searching for one, and don't get me wrong, they came up.
Yeah.
But they would come up in a few.
Yeah.
And that was it.
Yeah.
Because, well, like you said, they're not really spoke about because of the engines.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, this is on what, 96.
96 or 98?
No, 98. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Steering wheel's fucking adjusted like that because of my height and my legs. But yeah. No, it's on 96,000. I had it when it was on 50. Was it on 55? No, 56. So I've only put like, I've owned this for a year now, so I use this on the weekend. this is the thing. This is more of a weekend car as such, because I go up in the work van for work, so there's no need for me to use it. I only use it to keep the DPF from clogging up and it running sluggish. But no. But yeah, no, these motors are. I think, to be fair, if you want, I wouldn't say like. I'd say get one if you want to try and get into owning a BMW, but obviously it's going to bite you in the arse if it hasn't been done, like time and chain wise. But they're a fun motor for, like, I'd say second car, maybe, well, second car as such, or hell, if you can get away with it, a first one. Yeah.
Right, and with that being said, because we're sitting here muttering now,
that's my fault.
Is it
chat, mate?
Drive time or?
Yeah, you can drive it, mate.
Right, okay. I'm going to pause the video. We're going to swap over. Hit the road again. Right, so here I am in the driving seat now. Out of where we was parked.
Yeah.
And from the
off, it's a nice linear power, and
even
if you boot it, it gives it.
The gears are really, really tight as well. Like, they're really sort of to the point.
No short shifter, no nothing. It's factory. I was told, like, that's one good thing about German cars is like the way they position the gear, and it's nice and notchy and tight. Yeah. It's one of them things you don't really get with other cars as such.
I mean, this is a completely different driving experience for me because it's my first real drive car I've driven, not gonna lie.
Same.
It's the first BMW I've driven. It's the first car I've driven with a weird accelerator pedal. That's factory one. It's like it's weird. It's electrically restricted, obviously, on the acceleration. Yeah. But other than that, it's one of them things where it's like you can do it, and there's people that have like took the little block behind it, if that makes sense, like took that out and done the electrical stuff, so it's not too bad. But I think it's alright, to be fair. Yeah. It's one of them things. You just get used to it after a while. Did you hear that little bit of the turbo give? Yeah. Mine does that sometimes.
Yeah, see, that's the thing with these. I was looking, me being new to them at the time, I was a bit of a div. Like, I'm looking for like the shut-off valve, but it hasn't got it hasn't got the butterfly design. Yeah. See, if it had the butterfly, this would have had the turbo. You know. Yeah. But about 2.5 with the window down, like 2.5. If you leave it and then change it, you can hear a little, and that's it. That's all you get from factory. But it's factory airbox and everything like that. Yeah. But to be fair, I've heard modified ones where they've changed the exhaust, no DPF and everything like that. And the turbo, as you start up, you can hear turbo spool up through the exhaust. Yeah. As it fires up.
Yeah, I was going to say, because I'm going to take it down a different route.
It's fine. You take it where you want, mate.
But I was going to say, because one of my neighbours down my road, he has a pre-facelift, a pre-LCI, one of these, and his has pretty much no exhaust on it.
Yeah, see, that's the thing.
And you can hear the turbo whistle and stuff like that, and it sounds quite raughty and quite meaty. Yeah. But that is on the M47? M47, I can't remember.
There's a way to tell on the facelift and the pre-facelift. Yeah. And there's a way to tell if it's got a DPF and if it hasn't. Yeah. Right? If it hasn't got a DPF, obviously the standard exhaust is like that, like a little R, like looking down. Yeah. Whereas that one on the back of this is a straight tip. Yeah. Straight tip ones are the ones with DPFs on. Ah. There's one way to know, because I was thinking that in the beginning, because I thought, it's an 07. And I'm going off of like VARG car knowledge as such. Yeah. I'm not really I don't know a lot about the VARG cars, but I was doing a little bit of research, because before this came up, I was looking at a 2-litre A5 coupe. Oh yeah. I thought about that, but the thing what put me off about that was I'd spend about like $2,000 for an aftermarket unit. Yeah. Because the ones, let's be honest, Audi's nice for their style and like performance, but when it comes to the radios, they're shocking. Ah, you say that. To a point. Get one with the Bose system. That's what mine's got. Mine's got the Bose system, and honestly, best sound system I think for an affordable car out there. Yeah. 110% best system. I was looking, they had the Bose. It's just like, you know, like with the A5s, it was like when they were coming out as such, they were it's the multimedia, the MMI and all that stuff, and it's like the thing of I could find them, but I just wanted too much money for them. Yeah. And then I thought, I'll just take the screen out, because on them they're normally all screen. Yeah. And Alpine done them, and it's like $2,000 for an aftermarket with all the spec I wanted, and I thought, no, that's it's putting me off.
Yeah.
But I would have one. But
Yeah.
no, I think, to be honest with you, I'm going to go for a 5-pot next. I mean, look, there's a 118 there.
Oh yeah.
It's
and it's an LCI as well.
LCI SE 118i, and to be honest with you, they do look clean from the factory.
Yeah.
That's what I kind of like. All the stuff I bolted on, especially the chin spats and everything like that, it was nuts. Like holes ready for it, not drilled out, but like the nuts were there. So literally, it's like they've took it, like, you know, from factory, gone, yeah, you can put stuff on it.
Yeah.
Literally, I took them out, put them on, whacked the original bolts back in where it was.
Yeah.
That's one good thing. Like they were extra. I'm looking, thinking, why are they like that? And I thought, oh no, they've designed it. Obviously, if you want to put a splitter on or a different bumper, you can.
Yeah.
And this is the thing. This is all genuine M sport. This is an M sport. This ain't like someone who's bought like a. Like, I know I'm gonna get hate from people and people thinking, oh, you're shooting on my car, but there's people out there that buy like 118Ds.
Yeah.
And then they put the M kit on, or they put the M Sport bumper, and then an M bumper, like the actual 1M bumper from like the 135.
Yeah.
And you think to yourself, well, not 135 or the 130, because they changed the bumper, I think, on a certain spec. Anyway, they do that. I know someone on the island who's got one like this. It's a 120i.
Yeah.
But it's got the same bumper as mine, but he's changed the front, and I'm thinking, fair enough, that's your point, like, you know, it's your car, you do whatever you want, but I'm thinking, like, people are going to go up and say, oh, is it an M Sport, or like, is it got the M? You know, there's always that thing, because there's some people obviously look at a car and they think like, oh, okay, yeah, that's come out of factory, that's how it is from factory.
Yeah.
It's just one of them things. How are you enjoying it?
Yeah, I was going to say, in regards to drivability, obviously now I'm in the driver's seat.
It's comfortable.
It's really comfortable. The gears, I don't know why, but I have a thing about the gears. If you remember what me doing Camille's Yaris.
Yeah, you was a little bit.
Yeah, I have a thing about the gears. I love the gears in his car, and I love the gears in this. In the Audi, like, the gears are really like nice and notchy. Yeah. Really nice and notchy. But this gearbox, honestly, it's similar to the Audi, but the Audi sort of has a bit of slack. This is very precise, very accurate. You can feel it going into gear.
Yeah.
And in regards to, you know, acceleration and shit like that, like in the Audi again, if I stand on it and boot it, the turbo literally does not kick in till about 2,200 RPM, and then it chucks you back in your seat. With this, even when you boot it, the power is still quite linear. You don't feel it chuck yourself back in your seat.
Yeah.
You know, you're in the seat, but you don't feel it chuck you back, and it's quite nice because it pulls you really, really well, and it's linear.
And if you noticed, it continues.
Yeah, it does.
And that's the thing with most. This is the thing with most diesel cars. They have a cut-off point.
They do, don't they? And then they sort of go dead, and then that's when you need to change gear.
Yeah.
This is very consistent, very linear, the whole way through the rev range. I mean, when Freddie drove it, he took it right up to red line. I haven't taken it up to red line, so obviously I respect people's
It's
cars.
restricted to 4,500 red line, and it cuts power.
Yeah.
So I'm only taking it to about 250.
Yeah.
Because that's you're still in high power band, and you're still in high rev, and then as you can feel it, it's still there.
Yeah.
That's one thing that, like,
because with the Audi you feel it drop off ever so slightly, but with this it's so linear, so consistent the whole way through the rev range. It's really nice to drive, and you feel like you have the constant power there. Like, I'm in sixth now, I've put my foot down and I can feel it pulling. I can't pull too much because there's a bike in front of me, but I can feel it pulling still. In the Audi, if I want to put my foot down and go for it, I have to kick it into fifth and fucking stand on the accelerator.
That's one good thing I like about this. You can kick it down to a point and the power's still there, if that makes sense.
Exactly.
I've had to do it a couple of times, obviously, with slow traffic, or like if you're in the left lane and someone's going over the bridge slowly, and you need to overtake, you can drop it down one, if you want, or if you want to go a little bit, not as low, but a little bit more, you can drop it down two. It will rock you forward, obviously, but then when you boot it, it pulls you back. Yeah. So
you see, with the Audi, when you're cruising and you're, you know, in sixth gear, it's very much like an NA car. If you want any more power out of it, you work them fucking gears. You work
you
them
got to
gears.
give it a bit of a cane.
In this, you don't. It's that refined, that well ratioed as well. that you can just sit here and just be comfortable and be like, I want to go quicker. Bam, on the accelerator, and off you go. Handbrakes are nice and light as well. On that, it's fucking weighs a ton.
Yeah, but that's the thing with these. To be fair, it's
my reminder for your event, because obviously we're going to do this at 10 o'clock.
Yeah, but yeah, no, the one thing about this, which is good, to be fair, is you can take it on long journeys if you want. That's the thing.
Yeah, but no, yeah, and the other thing I was going to mention as well is the steering. Now, I'm guessing this is electronic power steering. It feels like it.
I think it is. Don't quote me on it.
Because I think the Audi's the same. I think you can feel it.
I think actually, it's got power steering fluid.
Oh really?
Yeah.
So it might be hydraulic.
Fluid, yeah. So I think it is hydraulic.
Fair play.
But
that's
as
even
you
better,
feel, it's nice and soft.
It's nice and soft, but it's also, you can feel everything the wheels are doing. Like through the steering wheel, you can feel everything, and it's. That's what I like. I like raw feeling cars. That's why I have the Yaris, because it's such a raw feeling car. You feel everything that car's doing. Yeah. And that's what's always put me off of German cars and luxury cars, because I like being a driver. I don't like driver aids. I don't like not feeling anything. I don't like being comfortable. Well, I say that, and I've got an Audi to be comfortable. But I don't like being like fully comfortable. Like, I like to feel what the car's doing. Yeah, I've always been put off of these higher end cars, BMWs, Mercs, Audis, Volkswagens, because I feel like they're that refined that they're boring. But the Audi, it is boring. It sails over bumps. The power ain't always there. It handles like a barge. It is so boring. This, and that's an S-Line. So that is that's the equivalent to the M series. Yeah. Whereas this, you feel what's going on in the steering. You can feel the steering. The steering is nice and tight. It's quite weighty as well. It's not, there's nothing to it.
The thing is, you can, if you want to, you can drive it. Like I said, it feels like there's different ways of driving it. You can drive it cruising wise, obviously, diesel for MVG. Yeah. Or if you want to boot it, you can boot it, and it does drink it a little bit, to be fair. Yeah. I did start with 400, and we're already on 361 on miles. Yeah. On the range, but it don't bother me. The thing is, it's one of them things, like, if you want to kick it out, obviously you've got to do it a bit quick, but it can do it. Like, if you want to chuck it, it will. Yeah. But if you don't want to, if you just want to drive it normally, you can. I mean, I get it all the time when I go to meets. It's like, you get the people, because it's a BMW, it's real drive. You always get the thing of people shouting out, send it and everything like that. But this is not what this car's made for. I can if I want to. No. But this car is just a daily. If I want to do that, I want to go for like
the E46, isn't it?
E46, E36. Yeah.
The common skiddy boy cars.
If I want to go for a German skiddy boy, I'll go for one of them. But if I want a genuine skiddy boy, if I could fit my frame in one, it'd be Mazda, like the thing of the MX-5. Because they're one of them things you can learn to drift in. Yeah. That's the thing. You can learn to drift in stuff like that. I mean, you can learn to drift in an E36 and an E46 if you want.
Yeah, it's all about preference at the end of the day.
But it's always the thing. Them cars are obviously not stigma attached, but there is an attachment with them Beamers of being skiddy boy German cars. Yeah. It's like, well, fair enough, but sometimes people don't always go for the skiddy boy. They go for a daily or something they can use. Yeah.
But yeah, as I was saying, like, I've always been put off of these higher end luxury like cars because I've always thought that they're boring. The Audi, the only fun bit about the Audi is the sound system. Yeah, it lived up to the expectation that I had. It's boring. It is boring. This, you can feel, like I was saying, you can feel everything through the steering wheel. The steering wheel, it's not heavy, but it's not light. It's quite weighty. It's quite nice. It's very precise. The gearbox is perfect. No notching, no slack, nothing like that. Like you can tell it's in gear.
Oh yeah.
And the brakes. Obviously, we had to slam on the brakes quite quickly. They work really well. Yeah. The acceleration, even in 6th gear, it still pulls. It's got the fun factor there that I've been looking for a car. Yeah. But circumstances have said otherwise. Because I know that one issue that comes with these cars is the rear legroom, and I'm complaining at the Audi for not having enough legroom for the kid, which is why I want something bigger. Whereas this, I know as a fact, the seats are all the way back, and there's nothing. Yeah, absolutely nothing, and that's the only thing that puts me off of having this car. the only thing, and it's a shame because, you know, I'm considering bigger cars like estate cars and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just for usability, but
yeah,
this has the fun factor I've wanted, and
it's practical fun,
cool looking as well, easy to modify, and yeah, it's everything. But I, you know, due to that, I can't have one, and also as well, I don't know if you guys watched a video of it, but insurance reasons, these to insure are £333 more expensive than that Audi. 333, and if I wanted a 320D M Sport, because I'd only go M Sport for a BMW, I wouldn't go no SE.
Yeah, see,
like that.
If you're going for the diesel, I would suggest go for the M, because it's the thing of you get the nice body styling, you get the handling.
Yeah.
Because it's literally, it's the diesel equivalent of the M. I wouldn't say power wise, but like for handling and looks, you're getting that at a fraction of the price of an M, if that makes sense.
Yeah, but you know, even for the 320D, I called up my insurance company and I was like, how much would it be to insure a 320D on sort of like an 08 plate? Yeah. So obviously I'm looking at the, what is it, the E90, I think it is?
E92 is the coupe, but if it's, what are you looking at? Like the saloon?
Family hatchback.
The saloon one.
Hatchback, saloon, yeah.
Yeah,
and
E90.
they wanted, how much was it? £1,200 more than what I paid for the Audi.
It's mad.
And then for this, they wanted £333 more, and it's just like...
How much do you reckon it is for me?
Go on, how much?
700 quid for the year.
That's not bad.
Considering I did, I don't know if you want to get this on film, but I did have an accident in this.
Did you?
I was going to say, would you like to witness a little bit of launch in this?
Oh yeah, that was one thing we was discussing. Yeah, the launch. Yeah, we'll do it sort of just somewhere around here and then end the video, because the video's dragging on quite a bit now. We've been sitting here for 18 minutes consecutively talking.
Mind if I do a little bit of a shout out in the end after the launch, or do you want me to do it now?
Yeah, do all your shout outs and stuff.
I mean,
now, so,
obviously, if you're in the Kent area, obviously I am the owner. Well, Zach is a member of it. It's called Off Stock. I've been going for like what? Oh, July 18th. So next month of the 18th will be 3 years we've been going.
Yeah, and Off Stock is what I call on the Sunstrip. So. Yeah,
so obviously that's on Facebook. It's a Facebook car group. Everything's welcome. Modified, stock, even if you've got a project car. In my eyes, you're all treated the same. Everyone comes in. It's like a big family.
Yeah.
But, well, you know what it's like, ain't you, on the posts and everything like that. I'm on there on a daily grind, even though I'm at work. That's all right. The boss won't see us anyway. He don't use YouTube, so I'm good.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I try and get back to everyone even in the week. But on the weekends, I'm mostly free. Yeah, we do the stickers anyway. I was supposed to get Zach one, but obviously supplier couldn't get the stuff in time. Yeah. But yeah, if you're on there, message me. And yeah, that's on that. Oh, and the other one, that's what was it called? Sugar Skull, ain't it?
Sugar Skull, yeah.
Yeah, that's owned by someone who I know, Laura. And to be fair, she's up in Wales, Port Talbot, but anyone can join. It's the same as Off Stock, to be fair. Like, it's her group, she runs it how it is, but like everything's friendly, everyone's welcome. Yeah. I am the owner of Off Stock anyway, and obviously shout out to the other group, Sugar Skull Car Club. I mean, she's doing an amazing job. She's only been 3 months and she's at 2,000 already.
Yeah, that ain't bad.
So that ain't too bad. But again, that's the scene.
I'm going to end it here. I really do need to, because this section alone has gone on for 30 minutes now. So yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Shout out to Off Stock. Shout out to Sugar Skull Car Club, which is on the back. You can't really see it.
No, but you got it in the visual.
Yeah. And, yeah.
But yeah, no, let Zach know if he wants a podcast or anything like that.
Yeah, we'll do it. We'll do it.
Mate, I'll tell you what, I wish I got into the automotive YouTube scene. I'm just shit with cameras. Yeah. Seriously. I'm behind this. If people are watching this now, you're probably thinking, oh, he's smiling a lot. It is nerves, mate. Trust me. It's because like, I'm not really confident on camera, but as you said, oh, you come across confident. It's the thing of, because it's cars and you have to. Yeah. But yeah, we'll get a little bit of a launch for you anyway. I say like launch control, it's not too bad. Yeah. And we'll get his reaction if he wants to film it.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'll do that.
Right, mate.
So yeah, we're gonna end this bit here.
Cheers
do
for
the launch
having
control.
me.
That's all right, no worries. Yeah. Do the launch control, and then I need to go and find my missus.
You're definitely in the doghouse for this one.
But, no worries. And I'll see you guys in the next one.
I'll catch you in a bit.